Hey guys, it's Fox here with another video, and welcome to episode 10 of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we took a break from Woodfall Temple to complete some side quests in Clock Town, but now we're going to continue the temple and hopefully finish it up this episode. I think we should. We're about 2/3 of the way done, so we should be able to complete it quickly. So if you remember, last time we were here, we had set some ladders in the main room that allowed us to go from the balcony up down to the ground floor. So we're going to use those ladders to take us back up to the balcony and resume where we were when we left off. Again, when you come back in here, be careful with these Skulltulas. You don't want them to knock you down from the platform. Right, so now that we're here, should we be human? No, we shouldn't. Go into Deku and come over here. Then go ahead and turn into human. Alright, so now what you want to do is come in this door, I believe. Yes, this door. I'm gonna break these pots here. Let's see what's in here. Just 4 rupees. Not much. Alright, and in here is the sub-boss. This is Dinoflows. So, Dinoflows is not a difficult enemy. He attacks with his sword, he jumps over you, and if you're far away from him, he will attack you with a fire breath. See if I can demonstrate that. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe we'll get there. You just want to basically attack and block, and be wary of when there's his fire attack. Be wary of when he jumps over you. You're going to be blocking for about 75% of this battle, and then the other 25% be attacking. So just constantly hold down the block button, and it should be a pretty simple battle. So, as in most Zelda dungeons, after you defeat the sub-boss, you get the item of the dungeon. And this item is the bow and arrow, or the hero's bow. This is an extremely helpful weapon, and I will be using this so much for the rest of the game. I love the bow and arrow. The cool thing about the bow that started with Ocarina of Time and really progressed through all the Zeldas is that this is, I think, really one of the only weapons in any game that you can really aim well without a crosshair. Like, I'm gonna make this shot, for example. Just a bullseye, simple as that, and there's no crosshair. It's just a very easy mechanism, and Nintendo really did it well. I have to give them credit for making a first-person shooting mechanic that does not require a crosshair and being very successful. So that's going to be raising and lowering this platform. So this is yet another way to get up and down from the first and second floor, but more importantly, it gives us access to this door over here, which we currently could not get to. Or recently could not get to, now we can. And this is another sub-boss. Oh, this is slightly different. There are several ways to kill him. You can do what I'm doing right now and stunning him with the Deku spin attack and then shooting with a bubble, or you can just use your sword. Now this is the second phase. He gets on one of those turtle things that I forgot what they're called, and you want to kill them just as normal. And I'm kind of failing at this. You want to attack him just as you normally would attack those things, and once he gets off of there, I'm going to switch to human form, target him, and shoot an arrow at him. His name's Gecko, by the way. And you can't attack him like that. So you're just going to want to repeat this, I believe, 3 times. That was close. And he's going to drop 10 arrows every time you knock him off of his turtle. So you're probably not going to run out of arrows. There we go, I believe this is the final time. And he's going to shrink down to a small, innocent blue frog. And believe it or not, this frog actually has some significance later in the game. You're gonna have to come back and defeat him for a side quest later on. It's kind of an interesting side quest as well. So in here, there's some pots, but more importantly than the pots, there is a treasure chest of a kind we've never seen before. This is an interesting treasure chest. There's only one of these in every dungeon, and it holds the boss key, which is kind of self-explanatory. It opens up the door to the boss's chamber. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and go to our map, and you can see we have all of the items that come with this, the main dungeon items. We have 10 of 15 stray fairies. We have to revisit one room to get the stray fairy, and then proceed to the next undiscovered room to get the final 4, if I'm correct. So, I hope I'm correct. So we're gonna fly over here and go back to this main room. Now that we have the bow... What do you want, Tattle? Look, from up here we have a better view of that shrine below. Yeah, so you want to shoot at a certain angle so that your arrow passes through this fire and lands on that torch. Like that. And that's going to raise this platform up and start rotating it. It's also going to clear the poison water, so now the water is safe. Now it's not purple anymore. Okay, before we do this puzzle, I actually want to go back and get that other stray fairy I was talking about. So if I'm correct, we need to come down to this room. In fact, I think I'm wrong. Or maybe I'm right. Is it this room? No, it's not. Oh, and also, these plants won't kill you anymore. This is the room we want to go to. It's a room with a block. So let's go ahead and move this block like that. And now that we have the bow, we can go at a certain angle and we can see that there is a stray fairy trapped down there. I think you actually have to shoot like this. Okay, you have to get it. How? Like that. Alright, and then use the Great Fairy's Mask to lure it towards you. Just go ahead and meet it halfway. There we go, so that's our 11th stray fairy, only 4 left. And the last 4 are actually pretty simple, honestly. Alright, so now we're going to climb back up to the balcony. There we are. So now we're gonna once again take advantage of shooting arrows through fire, which is a pretty cool mechanic, honestly. So we want to jump on this, and we want to shoot that torch, and this rotating thing makes it difficult, so you're gonna have to aim at the right time. You're gonna have to shoot at the right time. And you just kind of have to match up your aim on the spot, kind of prepare beforehand. That, it's a little bit too left. Oh, dang it. The game's pretty lenient, actually, as far as the radius where you have to hit it. So it's not overly difficult once you get the right angle. There we go. So that unlocked that door. And now we can go ahead and jump over here. Go in there as the dawn of the second day approaches. And straight ahead we can see a giant door with a really fancy lock on it. That is the boss door. So these dragonflies, by the way, are much easier to kill now, now that we have the bow. If we have them targeted, they're extremely easy to kill. If not, they're still pretty simple. Again, easy shooting mechanic. even without a crosshair. Okay, so on this wall there are some cubbies, as you can see here, with stray fairies hidden on them. There's 3 stray fairies in 3 separate of these cubby holes. Gonna kind of need to look. I don't know the exact ones. I just know there's 3 of them here. And there's some rupees over there on that platform. We're gonna go ahead and ignore those for now. Oh, there's one right there. I can actually shoot it, and I'll just grab my Stray Fairy's mask, or Great Fairy's mask. That. I'll have that come to us. Alright, 13th one. We've got 2 left. And there's one more over there. I just pointed at my TV, but I guess you guys can't actually see that. Alright. Climb up here. And up here. Go. 14th, and our last one is over there. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory. Put on the mask and shoot it, and it won't burn, so it'll just come straight to us. And there we go. We've got all 15 stray fairies. So right now we're not going to do anything with them. We want to actually... Oh wait. We're going to get our prize after we complete the dungeon. And by the way, you don't have to collect all of the stray fairies before defeating the dungeon. You can come back and collect more stray fairies if you missed some, or even if you didn't do it at all. You can always return to the dungeon. So now we want to come down here. Now if I'm correct, that switches on a time limit? Not 100% sure though. Want to come up here. After getting rid of the areas in this enemy, it's pretty straightforward. We could go and get those red rupees, which again are 20. I'm not going to do that. If you guys decide to do that, just be careful. There are Skulltulas up guarding that, so you're going to want to take care of them first. Skulltulas, by the way, you can kill with arrows on both sides. You don't have to attack the backside with arrows. That wasn't the best demonstration because we're behind it, but you can kill them from the front. So, have the boss key. Let's head into the boss room. Masked Jungle Warrior Odolwa. Alright. Odolwa's a pretty simple boss. He's a bit of a crazy boss, honestly. He's not an easy Zelda boss. He's the easiest boss in the game, but compared to other Zelda bosses, especially some Wind Waker bosses, he can actually be quite difficult. Tad will just tell you some basic information about it, nothing too important. You want to get close to him and then attack him. Now you can perform combos on him. You're going to want to take advantage of those combos. Don't just go and attack him once. Jump attacks could help. When he lunges towards you, if you can manage to dodge that, that was a good example of how you can get close to him. Once he starts dancing, you can attack him. That's a weak spot. You're going to be wanting to use your shield a lot. There's some attacks you won't be able to guard with your shield because of the angle that he attacks with his sword. Because of his height, he can get above you. Again, dancing is a weak spot for him. And pretty soon, like here, he's going to start dancing and he's going to summon these bugs from the ceiling. These bugs are very easy. They just cause a distraction. You can actually just spin attack, and we can manage to get him as well. Oh, not see you. Now when he does that call, he's going to call some of these moths, and once again, they hurt you, so you got to be careful with them. He also has this spin attack. You want to be careful with that. If you use your shield, you can go close to a wall, and you can guard yourself completely from that attack. It's a threatening attack, but it's not going to hurt you as much as you think. And there we go. That's it. It's not too difficult, just requires some technique. And here's our first heart container. We've gotten some piece of hearts where we collect 4 and it gives us an extra life unit. Heart containers just automatically give us 1. So now we have 6 hearts. And we got Odolwa's remains. Now don't be confused, we cannot wear this mask. It is just a quest item. I love this scene of the game, by the way. What's that? Wait, listen, it seems to be saying something. Could that crying be its way of teaching us some sort of melody? Don't just stand there, get your instrument.